1, 2, is this on?
Roman Reigns' 1000+ day World Championship reign has seen numerous memorable feuds and matches, and amongst the Tribal Chief's insanely long run with the belt, there have been a few occasions where fans thought he may be defeated, based on the story that was told.
Edge there! Wait a minute, shoulder down! Roman kicks it out! Roman Reigns, Riddle, caught him, RKO! Skip, Riddle's gonna do it! Damn it, he's gonna do it, and Reigns kicked out at 2! The planet! Splash by Logan, the cover to win the Undisputed Championship! The biggest upset ever, and it won't happen there!
Today we'll highlight these matchups and dive deep into each feud as we look at 10 times Roman Reigns nearly lost the title. Reigns' first big feud while Universal Champion came against his cousin Jey Uso. This was where we initially saw how important a role their family's bloodline and lineage would play in this overarching story. Roman demanded to be accepted as the Tribal Chief and was willing to beat Jey into submission until he and Jimmy Uso acknowledged Reigns as the head of the table.
Just like when we're little kids, I'm gonna whoop your ass. This has to stay on my shoulder for our family to stay where it is. I don't just feed your kids with this title. I feed a whole family with this title.
At Clash of the Champions 2020, Jey proved he could hang as a main event singles star by taking Roman to the limit.
All you had to do were to say the words, acknowledge me as the Tribal Chief.
Ask my brother Jey. Oh my God, that was Jimmy Uso!
I hate you! Why you gotta do me like that?
The return bout at Hell in a Cell was even better. It was here that the Bloodline story first began to really pick up steam.
Oh my God!
Reigns had to contend with two challengers going into WrestleMania 37 in Edge and Daniel Bryan. Roman made it 100% clear what his intentions were going into the show.
I'm gonna smash them, I'm gonna stack them, I'm gonna pin them 1, 2, 3.
Despite Reigns' confidence, WrestleMania is about happy endings, and what better way to close out the first WrestleMania back with the fans than to have a babyface like Daniel Bryan standing tall, with the whole crowd yesing in approval. But it was at Mania 37 we would get a taste of just how dominant this title reign was going to be. It was a fantastic contest and a stellar match.
Daniel Bryan now locking in a yes lock!
However, the outcome was the most convincing of victories for Roman, doing exactly what he set out to do. It wasn't easy building to a WrestleMania main event without fans at the shows.
I will beat him down so bad that we're gonna have to put him on a Legends contract. I love this business. I don't need it. I do it because everybody needs me.
You're gonna break! You're gonna break! He's tapping! Reigns is tapping! Reigns is tapping! Roman Reigns was tapping!
But the wrestlers made it work.
Concerto to Edge on top of Daniel Bryan. Reigns pins both men to retain.
After again seeing off Daniel Bryan and Edge this time in separate singles matches, it was time for one of Reigns' old rivals to drop back in.
Oh my God! Oh my God! CENA's here! Wow!
This program with John Cena was going to show how far Roman had come since their previous feud. Cena had completely taught Reigns a new one on the mic last time out.
Because when they look at you, they see what I see. A cheap-ass, corporately created John Cena bootleg. Consider me like a drug test, Holmes. You ain't getting past me.
However, this was a much different Roman Reigns. His promos had improved greatly, and he was far better prepared to go against Cena.
It's like missionary position every single night. 20 plus years of missionary might have been good enough for you, but it wasn't good enough for Nikki Bella.
Cena's not in the ring.
We've already seen Mr. Missionary tonight. Did John Cena write that promo for you, huh? Are you gonna say the same stuff?
John's approach going into the match was also different.
It's as if Cena shows up, we cheer. Is this like Bizarro World? What's going on? If you can find somebody who makes missionary position entertaining for 2 decades, keep him in your life. It's going to be worth it, I promise.
He spoke about how all he needed was 3 seconds to end Roman's reign. This was a simple yet effective way to hype the match. It also helped that John was immensely over on television. Fans were overjoyed to see him again and they wanted a Cena victory at SummerSlam.
Oh my goodness! And Cena from behind! 1, 2, 3!
But as we've seen already, this incarnation of Roman Reigns was drastically different to before.
CENA and for the 17th time in his career, and Roman Reigns kicks out again.
While we got the impression on TV that this version of Cena, with the fans all behind him, would have handily beaten the 2017 Roman, there was no stopping Reigns as the tribal chief.
Roman Reigns with a spear, and just like that, Roman Reigns will retain.
Roman didn't have time to soak in the victory against Cena, since the head of the table immediately came face to face with his next challenger. A new look Brock Lesnar sought to avenge his loss to Reigns at SummerSlam 3 years prior, but things would be far more interesting this time round given Roman's association with Brock's famous advocate, Paul Heyman.
Of all the championships that we can go after together, why the Universal title?
I already read the damn contract this morning with my advocate, Paul Heyman.
My tribal chief. You know, I've had it with your disrespect. Had it!
The speculation on where Heyman's allegiances lied made for a compelling program. Reigns' illness at the start of 2022 sadly put a dent in the plan, but what this did do was raise the stakes for WrestleMania tenfold, since Roman being taken out of the day one event meant Lesnar was added to the WWE title match, which he ended up winning.
That's it! Wiped out the field. I've never seen a performance like that.
Thus setting up a winner-takes-all clash at Mania. Heyman ultimately turned on Brock for good at the Royal Rumble. Meaning Lesnar went into WrestleMania alone.
Oh, there it is! And this could be it! Oh, come on! Roman's arm was gonna snap! And Reigns with another spear! Roman's arm is out.
Brock would get one more shot against Reigns at SummerSlam in a last man standing match, where a loss would mean Lesnar could no longer challenge for the WWE Universal title, while Roman was still champion. This proved to be the two men's best match with one another so far. Brock went to insane lengths to try and win, but the bloodline interferences would prove too much.
Lesnar's lifted up the ring with Roman Reigns in it! Brock Lesnar just lifted the ring! Lesnar can't breathe! It's over!
Reigns' feud at the start of 2022 with Seth Rollins showed us how much Rollins and his turn on the Shield influenced Roman to become the character he became. This betrayal caused Roman to demand unquestioned loyalty from the bloodline at all times, while also being manipulative and greedy with power. The mind game Seth played into the run-up to the Royal Rumble clearly got to Reigns.
When I sent you packing with the chair to the back, you still couldn't do it on your own. You needed your famous bloodline. They're the ones who hold you up, just like me and Mox did in the Shield. The Usos are your pedestal. I created you, and I can destroy you.
You look like a clown, you sound like a clown because you're a clown.
Then you've brought more shame to your family than anybody.
Rollins also played up how Roman had never won a match between the two when a title was on the line.
And Seth Rollins beats Roman Reigns every single time!
The finish at the Rumble was left open-ended since Reigns could only keep his title due to being intentionally disqualified.
Rollins looking for the stomp! Rollins hit the stomp! Beat the champ! He's gonna beat the champ! He got him! He can out! Roman Reigns is not gonna break! Reigns is gonna be disqualified!
Therefore allowing this feud to be revisited at a later date. When WWE announced they would be holding a major event in the United Kingdom for the first time in 30 years, it seemed only right that Drew McIntyre would challenge for the World Championship, since he was the company's biggest star from the UK. A Drew victory would have surely rivaled the conclusion to SummerSlam 92 at Wembley, and it certainly felt like a great deal of momentum was in his favour.
Somebody has to take that title off the part-time champion. I don't think you're representing those titles the way they deserve to be represented, and you do not deserve to be champion.
Oh! McIntyre!
At Clash at the Castle, fans would again be reminded of how Reigns' story was here for the long haul.
The end of the reign! Claymore! Brand new champion!
It wasn't going to stop, not even for a picture-perfect fairy tale ending. The WWE debut of Solo Sikoa was the difference on the night, as the bloodline became even stronger.
Solo hangs Drew across the top by Reigns! Bloodline!
Following the clash, Sami Zayn's association with the Bloodline became the highlight of WWE programming every week. It was during this period that the faction storyline became can't miss. The segments with Sami were so entertaining. Meanwhile, Roman was becoming more revered as a ruthless leader.
I don't give a damn what the tribal chief say. Do you think you're me? Do you think you're me? Do you think you're me? Do you want to be me? Do you want to be the tribal chief?
On top of being such an endearing character, Zayn having to constantly prove himself to gain the Bloodline's acceptance got him over big with the audience. It got to the stage where fans didn't want to see Sami become accepted as family. They wanted to see him defeat Reigns for the belt.
I owe you one of those. You can't follow directions. Explain to me why I have to treat you like a child. I give you opportunity after opportunity. I let you in my family, and this is what you do. This is the respect you show me.
It all came to head when Zayn was tasked with destroying his former best friend, Kevin Owens, in order to become a fully fledged Bloodline family member. The result was one of the all-time great angles in WWE history. Sami was now going to battle Reigns for the championship at the Elimination Chamber event, and best of all, it was going to take place in Zayn's hometown of Montreal.
Because I am going to be the one to take him down! Roman! You are going down!
If Roman's last title defense was a prime opportunity to drop the belt, then this seemed just too good to be true, given the fantastic story that had already been told.
Miracles! Roman can't hit it! Sami's gonna do it for the title! Hook of the leg! Reigns kicked down!
The SmackDown and subsequent pay-per-view event in Montreal were full of emotion.
Spear to Sami! And of all the damn ways!
You know, it was kind of an unhappy ending tonight. And I'd be lying if I said that doesn't affect me.
After everything that had gone down, fans were still left waiting for that happy ending. If Sami Zayn couldn't finish his story because there was a greatest tale being told, then surely was that of Cody Rhodes. Someone who upon returning to the WWE, made it his mission to win the WWE Championship so he could finally bring this belt to the Rhodes family. Cody gave off huge main event character vibes in the run-up to Mania. All the while, Roman had remained that seemingly unbeatable final boss. Despite this, now more than ever, fans were convinced that the Tribal Chief's dominance would come to an end, and it was going to happen at WrestleMania 39. Rhodes cut riveting promos during the build-up. Every segment meant something.
At WrestleMania, when I take those titles personally, it's not because I think I am somebody, it's because I want to be somebody.
There hadn't been such a big fight feel going to the main event of WrestleMania in years.
At WrestleMania, I finish.
Have you ever even competed for one of these? You didn't want to do the Stardust thing, so what happened? You ran away. Started a company and a promotion that you couldn't get over in.
Fans could picture the ending before it even happened. Only, it never did happen. At least not yet.
Crossroads! And a kick out by Reigns! Pedigree for the title! For the title! Oh my God! Solo! Spear!
This is as real as it gets. And the man I beat tonight, his dad told me that 10 years ago.
Story is unfinished, but a lot of good stories have a lot of pages.
The greatest story we talked about previously lied within the Bloodline. Jey Uso's disdain for Reigns was observed back in 2020, and in the time since, we'd seen Jey continue to blossom as a character. After seeing how Jey stood up for Sami Zayn, after how unfairly Reigns had treated nearly everyone in the Bloodline, it was only a matter of time before Jey turned on Roman.
What about Jey?
Jay's gonna do what he always does. Fall in line. And I'm out too.
Oh my God! Your ass is left on the island of relevancy all alone.
At Money in the Bank, Jey made a massive step towards being the next head of the table by becoming the first person to pin Roman since 2019.
Do you believe in miracles? Cover by Jey! Jey did it! Jey did it!
This was unexpected, but it set up a tribal combat match at SummerSlam 2023.
This is tribal combat now. Do the elders know about this?
It was their ideals. When you lose, you ain't gonna be tribal chief no more, man. I don't even want to be tribal chief.
However, Jimmy's interference cost Jay the victory.
Who the hell? No! And I'm scared!
Their story was ultimately going to lead to a match against each other.
I would never be able to live, Boots, if I let you and watch you become an egotistical ass like Roman Reigns.
Meanwhile, for Reigns, there was one man with unfinished business. Cody Rhodes' return match with Roman was set for WrestleMania 40, but The Rock being in his cousin's corner added a different dynamic compared to the previous year. Meanwhile, Seth Rollins stood next to Cody. Fans were once again invested in seeing Rhodes finally capture the WWE title. Rock's presence created huge buzz and made things even more interesting, but at the end of the day, it was still about Cody finishing his story, with the family ties being an even bigger factor this time around.
You need to finish your story for yourself, for your dad, for me, for every single person here.
You were only a chapter in my book. Nobody cares about your story. Nobody cares about you finishing the story.
When The Rock and Roman Reigns beat both your candy asses on night 1, and on night 2, it's bloodline rules.
All in all, it made for a fantastic build as the stage was set. Roman had proved for over 1,000 days you shouldn't bet against him, and in that time he'd shown more than once that WrestleMania doesn't always mean happy endings, but no matter the outcome, the story will finish. However, only one of wrestling's royal families will prevail. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out a similar video on what made Roman Reigns the biggest star in wrestling. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.